What's going on, guys? Welcome back to Broadway. I'm John once again, and today we're doing a full review on not just my deck. You guys have seen the review on my deck. We're doing all the decks. I never see a review on an entire line of decks because most of the time you want to just focus on one deck and really speak about it, but we have the entire line here, and of course not just mine is important. We have every single one, all look crazy good. So you can see that we have every single deck here. This is the new AOSV4 limited run, meaning there's only a limited amount of these decks, limited amount of these colors, and you guys can see it for all the new colorways for all these decks. I did a review on my deck. This is my signature deck for Envy. I did this one previously on the channel, but I'm going to give you guys a rundown of all the specs and the colors for each deck. That way you can really choose what deck suits you and your riding style. So let's start from this side. So we got the Waza deck. Waza deck is actually really sick. You guys can see the bandana style. Of course, you know I like bandanas, so good choice on that. And having it a silver finish instead of the blue, he went towards a safer color, meaning like that the blue that he had before was sick, but this color will match every scooter. This color will go with any scooter you put on, any parts you have, and it's going to look really good. Now Waza's deck is going to be a little bigger than his last deck. This deck is 4.9 wide by 21 long with an 83-degree head-tube angle. This is actually right in the middle, very close to mine, a little bigger than mine, and it's a good middle-sized deck. So if you guys want a little more pop than those shorter decks, this is going to be a good deck for you, and 4.9 definitely feels good to have a wide base to land on. And of course, the square dropouts are on all the decks. You guys can see that right there. You guys can take them off if you don't want them on. You can leave them on if you want to grind really good and protect the back of your dropouts so they don't crush in, cave in, and it's just going to slide better because it's plastic and nylon. So you guys see this deck. We're going to go on to the next one, that way you guys can see all the decks in one video. Okay, next deck is the Flavio deck. This is Flavio's new deck. I personally like this color so much. I actually wanted gold at one point and couldn't really decide. Flavio got the gold and it looks so sick. His deck is now slightly bigger than it was on his last deck. You guys remember the two-tone color deck that he had with brushed silver and black? Now it's a solid gold with the same logos in the bottom, but this thing is so sick. He actually went a little longer this time, so now you have a 4.9 wide deck by 22. So if you like Waza's width, but you want a longer deck, a little more pop, a little more stability when you're grinding, this is going to be a deck for you. Of course, with the square dropouts, again, the front blunt plate right there, so it's good for nose blunts, good for grinds. You guys know Flavio, how good he grinds, so obviously this deck is going to work. If you wanted this deck to suit his riding style, you go watch him ride. He grinds everything and does everything in and out of grinding, which is nuts. And this is his signature deck, so check this one out. All gold. Obviously this one will match with everything you put on too. You can have like an all black setup with gold. You can have an all chrome setup with gold. You have all oil slick setup. Gold always looks good. Alright, next on the list is the Charles deck. Charles' deck is always going to look good. He loves the black deck. Black, of course, goes with everything. And instead of having the white logos on the bottom, he has a goldish logo. So just change it up, give a little kick, and I actually like that the blunt logo, the Envy logo, is like a reflective silver. Has this "Don't Need Wings to Fly" logo on the bottom. Murdered out like a matte black. Super sick. Black decks always look good. Always look good on everything. A murdered out scooter is like one of the sickest looking scooters ever. Charles' deck is going to come in 5.1 wide by 21.8. So nearly 22, but 5.1 Envy deck. This is crazy. For those guys that think the Envy deck is like a park deck, all these decks can do anything. You can get the smaller deck and still ride street, but this deck is going to have that nice width, so if you want to jump some big stuff or do some good grinds, you guys know Charles hucks everything crazy. He's part of the team for a reason, and he rides this deck for a reason. Not to mention this head tube, his angle is going to be 84 degrees, so super push forward, which is very interesting. It probably feels really good for nose mounts. It probably feels good for jumping when it takes a little longer for your bars to hit your lap as you pop, so you probably have a slightly more pop with just that head tube angle, and of course the long deck giving you so much extra pop. So this deck, so sick. I would definitely ride it if you guys want a long Envy deck, something street. Don't forget it has the square dropouts and it's ready to go. The next deck on the list is the best deck in the world. You guys know the deal. Of course, I explained this deck to you in a previous video on the Broadway channel, but I'm just going to give you a rundown real quick. It's now going to be 20.5 by 4.75 at a head-to angle of 82.5. So this one's going to be a little smaller than my other one. A lot of people always told me that my other deck was slightly too long. Now you have this one. I felt like just from the influence of you guys and all the comments, I made this one to your specs. So this isn't really my deck, it's your signature deck. So this deck is right in the middle. It is the middle deck. There's decks that are 21, good for street. There's decks that are 20 and 9.5 that are good for park. This is right in the middle. Perfect deck for you. Oil slick obviously matches everything. And I told you before I wanted to get gold, or I was thinking about it, and I really couldn't decide. So this deck has green on one side, and it has gold in the other. So best of both worlds, and it makes my graphic look really, really sick at the bottom with the oil slick pushing through all the graphics. So this one's good for all-around riders. Last but not least is the R-Dub deck. This deck came out so sick. I know that he was trying to get this blue in the beginning, and it was tough to get this blue on the deck. There was like problems with trying to get the exact blue he wanted. I knew the blue he wanted because I see him always with this blue. He does blue everything, the toothbrush is blue, everything is this blue, and he was trying to get it, and Envy just really couldn't match before. The other deck color was still really sick, it's that jet fuel, but now this blue came out so sick. This is actually my favorite blue as well if I were to pick blue. And you guys can see Ray's deck with the same graphic on the bottom, killing it with his GTO, the cards he has, Big Bertha. And his dimensions are going to be 4.7 by 20.7 with an 83 head tube. Super good. You guys can see this is all those fast whips, just like a perfect length for that. So you guys will definitely love this deck if you ride park or anything. This deck's ready to go at another very, very good size. All these decks come in perfect sizes for you. You can't go wrong. If I were to just take any of these decks and put them on, I would ride exactly the same and be progressing at the same speed because all the sizes are perfect. All the colors will match every single part that are out there. And that's really it. That's the whole AOSV4 limited line. Remember that these are limited colors, meaning that these are only out for so long until new decks come out or we bring back the old color. Can't really say. Envy doesn't really know. Envy doesn't really want to say. But just to get your hands on it for the holidays, we have every single deck right here. We have plenty of them, so make sure you check out our website at BroadwayProScooters.com. Go check out the link in the description that tells you where to get these things if you want to pick one. If you have any more questions, let me know in the comments below. If you have any questions about any deck specifically on like what you should do, if you want to call the shop and ask me, I can give you my best opinion if I'm here, and the other guys can help you just as well. We'll definitely help you choose the right deck. One of these is definitely the right deck for you, and of course, we have them all. So thanks for watching, guys. I hope you enjoyed the video. Let me know in the comments below what other parts you want me to review. Let me know what your favorite part is, and also let me know what your favorite deck is. And I'm not going to force you to pick a certain deck, but be honest, pick your favorite deck, let me know, and we'll definitely read the comments and help you out. Thanks again for watching, guys. I'm John once again, and I'll see you at the next